my period. Okay, I'm putting on a new shirt, and it is a little bit tighter than what I'm used to wearing. Like, it's more form-fitting and it fits. It's definitely more, I'm used to things being very loose on me because I try to hide, I guess, but I'm starting to buy some new clothes. I'm not feeling great about this, but I'm feeling better than I did, so at least I'm feeling better about my arms. Like, they're still not my favorite, but I'm feeling better. Good morning. I have had such the morning already, and it is only 8:30 right now. Just finished up my protein oats. I'll leave the recipe for that below. Got the kid on the bus. I finished my lower body workout, which I completely understand these memes of those guys with like the really little legs with a really big upper body and being like, oh, he skipped leg day. I don't want to do leg day. I hate leg day, but I don't want to be a meme. I'm currently drinking coffee, so we are experimenting with if coffee is going to make my stomach upset, because I was having a thing, and this happens to me every couple of months, where coffee just makes me feel icky. It gives me a headache. It makes me feel gurgly in the stomach. I just don't know what it is, but I took about a week off of coffee. I switched over to the protein overnight oats, which I actually really love. Maybe I might, I don't know, because I love my protein coffee too. This is just regular coffee today. It's iced coffee, a little bit of pumpkin spice syrup, and a little bit of almond milk. So no protein powder in this today, but I do prefer a protein coffee over just this regular coffee. So I think I'm going to be switching between having either a protein coffee in the morning or having my overnight oats in the morning. It'd be nice to find something a little bit lower calorie to go with my protein coffee, because a protein coffee alone is about 170 calories, but it's pretty high protein. So I feel like it's not quite enough calories in the morning. It's definitely enough protein in the morning, but not quite enough calories in the morning. But I don't know what to pair with it. I haven't been able to find something to pair with it. And usually by the time I'm done with a protein coffee, I'm feeling pretty good. So I'm kind of just going with whatever my body's feeling. But it would be nice to think of something, because every once in a while, some days, I do feel like I want to add something with my coffee. I'll have to think about that. Anyways, I was telling myself that I'm going to have an idea of what I'm going to say as soon as I get into vlogs now, because I ramble so much. You have no idea how much I cut out of my vlogs. If you're watching like a 10-minute long vlog, it was like 40 minutes. But I cut out so much that it's only 10 minutes. So I'm going to try to ramble a little bit less. I have been watching a few YouTube videos on how to make your vlogs a little bit more exciting and to get it to move a little bit better. So I'm definitely still learning. I've been on YouTube for a long time now, but I just get stuck in my own ways. So I'm starting to learn a few different things. I am starting to use DaVinci Resolve for editing my videos, and that hurt my head along with the coffee. But the DaVinci Resolve is a lot on the screen. It's so much easier for me to edit on my phone in InShot. But I do feel like at some point I want to move on to recording on an actual video camera rather than my phone. And if I learn DaVinci Resolve now, it'll be better for when I'm using my camera, because I'm not going to transfer all of my camera footage onto my phone to edit on my phone. That is just a lot of busy work. So I'm learning DaVinci Resolve. I'm watching YouTube videos on how to vlog, how to structure your YouTube videos. So hopefully my videos are going to start getting a little bit better, or at least a little bit easier for me to edit. The plan for today is that I need to do a little bit of editing. I need to do a little bit of cleaning. Yesterday was my mega clean day, so it's really just like spot cleaning here and there, just a little load of laundry, just nothing massive. I went crazy yesterday with the cleaning. And then I have to go to Walmart and do a Walmart pickup. I have a bunch of things that are pretty much just for Halloween decoration. So like batteries for some of my decor, a long extension cord for some of my outside stuff. What else was in that order? I don't remember, but I remember it's a lot of things that are just going to make my life just slightly easier, and conditioner and shampoo and stuff. As for meals, I am kind of counting calories, but not really. My dinner tonight is a crock pot meal, and I feel like when you make a large amount of food, it's hard to measure out that food, if that makes any sense. I'm going to kind of estimate how many calories are in it, and try to keep a lower calorie lunch because I had a pretty high calorie breakfast today. It was probably close to 450 calories. I'm just guessing because the syrup in here and the almond milk, that has probably about 100 calories alone. My protein oats is like 350. Yeah, so it's probably about 450 calories for my breakfast this morning. So we're going to keep lunch a little bit lighter, maybe around 400 calories, and then spend the rest of it on dinner. And if I'm still a little bit hungry after dinner, we'll plan a snack at that point. So we're not heavily counting calories, but I'm trying to be mindful about what I'm eating. We'll see if that ends up working out, because at some point I would love to not count calories anymore. I said I wasn't going to ramble. Here I am rambling. I got to move on with my day. Okay, taking a little break from editing. The kids are about to eat lunch right now. They're eating some cheese crackers, and then I have some chicken nuggets in the air fryer. I'm starting to get a little hungry, but I'm not massively hungry, and I feel like I can't mentally think of what I want to eat right now. So I'm just gonna skip that for right now. We will revisit that later, and I need to start making our dinner. We're going to be having this recipe that I found on Pinterest for just lazy meatballs, basically. I'm adjusting it a little bit because I've had these meatballs for forever. It's not a full bag of meatballs, so it's not the full recipe, but it will be enough for me and the kids, and my husband will likely not eat it. I don't know why I'm opening that. First, I gotta mix the gravy. So we got a cup of water and 1 packet of gravy. And we're just gonna chuck it in there. My meatballs, and then beef onion soup mix. That is it. That seems like a lot. Maybe I just use half. The recipe said that you can also add carrots. I have these giant carrots that I bought a while ago because I am going through a carrot phase, and I kind of wanted to feel like Bugs Bunny with a giant carrot. It's actually a lot of work to eat one of these giant carrots, so I have gone back to the baby carrots, but these still need to get eaten, so we're gonna chop them up and throw them right on in. Oh no, one's rolling away. Oh, the big one's rolling away. Oh no. Okay. I'm trying to do this fast because I'm also cooking them their lunch right now. And then the recipe said that you can make like instant mashed potatoes for it to go on top of, but I have these little potatoes and I might just cut them in half and throw them in. So I am mentally thinking about how many calories this will be. I know 6 meatballs is 160 calories. I'm pretty sure that these potatoes are pretty low calorie, 80 calories for 6 of them. But I do think that the gravy and the onion soup mix will add up to about 100 calories. So, you know, honestly, I think this is a fairly low calorie meal in the grand scheme of things. Yeah, the gravy and the soup mix probably aren't the best for me. I think I'm going to save the rest of these potatoes for a different time. Fairly low calorie. Here's what we got going. We're going to put the lid on, and it has to cook for 4 hours, and we'll see if that's any good. So now I should start thinking about what I want for lunch. I might be thinking a sandwich. All right, I got my meal. We got a sandwich, some Cheez-Its, and carrots because I was talking about it and it was sounding pretty good. So we're gonna take a little bit of time, eat this. Why is this part red? Do you see that red part? I don't know about that. Do you want a cheese cracker? Is that what you're wanting? You know, you already had a ton. I guess I'm sharing my crackers.
Whoa. What was that?
Those are mushrooms.
Ooh. What's that?
Dandelions.
Flowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Played outside for a little bit. Just got back from Walmart. Look at these. They're little window clings. They're going to be so cute. We're going to put them on, obviously, the windows. I haven't decided which windows, if maybe they should go in the kids' room because they like Bluey, or if they should be in the living room because I also love Bluey. Body wash. My favorite conditioner. Magnesium. This was an odd substitution. So I was supposed to get basically this, but with Mickey Mouse, and they substituted it with napkins because they were out of the Mickey Mouse things. I didn't notice until I was actually there, and I was like, they're 90 cents. The kids will find these kind of fun. They're just napkins. It's fine. I got some highlighters for myself along with some notebooks because I feel like if I could start writing down ideas for things to do in vlogs, ideas for things to do with separate videos, different fitness challenges that I want to do, maybe some food challenges. I got 2 notebooks for that. One of these is for a possible Vlogmas situation. I'm promising nothing right now, but I do have ideas. Got batteries for some battery operated candles that I needed for some decorations. Dish detergent. One of these surge protector things for more decorations. I have a whole Halloween village that needs more outlets. Command strip refills because I have so many hooks and I have almost none of these sticky things anymore. That is it. That was the Walmart haul, and I spent way too much for just a very small haul. Got the batteries in these candles. Look at how cute it is now. It's cuter from far away when you can kind of pretend that these are real candles, but still very cute. I did put real candles in this one. I just feel like it needed to be in there, but I don't think I'll light these as often because it's kind of in the corner over here. I'm gonna move these to make a little more of a vibe here. This, I feel, ruins the vibe. Okay, I got my notebook, pen, all of the highlighters. I'm going to copy. I was making ideas on my iPad, and then the app that I was using was like, start paying for this. And I hate the idea of paying subscriptions for apps that should be like a one-time purchase. Like a one-time purchase, I can make notes on this app. But it wants me to pay a subscription, and I refuse to do that. I gotta copy my notes from my iPad here onto a notebook, which does not require a subscription. Oh, it matches my shirt. I am editing, and I realized that I filmed my last clip in hyperlapse still. So I was eating popcorn. The popcorn is gone now, but rest assured, popcorn was eaten. It finally broke. This thing is so old. I don't know if you can even see. There it is. That's where it broke. It's one of those cube shelves. I built that thing forever ago. It was one of the very first things that I ever put together as an adult. So it has been with me through, I'm not even kidding, probably about 5 moves. And it's felt flimsy every single time we've moved. So I am quite impressed that it broke just now, but it just broke. Like, I was just sitting here and I just heard a snap and I turned and there it was, broken. Exciting developments in my day. Am I going to replace that? I'm not sure. I don't know what to do about it because the dowels in the back, they're still holding the back together, and I'd have to take the whole thing apart just to pull that little shelf out. I don't know, do I just keep it broken like that? If you have any advice on how I could fix that, let me know. It's just a cheap little shelf, so it's not like the biggest deal, but I don't feel like buying a new one. Finally wrapped up on the editing. Now I have to take care of the disaster that is my house. My kids seemingly took out every single toy that they own, but that's usually what they do when they play. We got all of these toys. Actually, a majority of them are still on the broken shelf. And then in the living room, we have the comforter out for some reason. We got some Legos, a track. That track stayed in the basket. Yeah, this is gonna take me a few minutes. And the kids are gonna help me, of course, but they are not the fastest cleaner uppers, and I'm starting to get a little hungry for some dinner, so I'm gonna help them. I also get to do a fun puzzle now. Heart, that's a snake, it doesn't go here. Circle, hexagon, square, triangle. Right, where are the rest of the shapes? Who knows? Next puzzle. Here's what I got for dinner. It smells so good. I made sure that I got 6 meatballs, so that's 1 serving, and then I honestly just scooped up whatever I wanted for the potatoes and the carrots because it's not that high a calorie. And then I tried my best to just drain the gravy, so then I just have the gravy kind of taste of it, but I'm not going to be like drinking gravy. So that is my meal for tonight. If this is good, I may make it more often because it was a really cheap meal. I kind of just wanted to throw together things that we already had. This is a great just like throwing things together meal. All right, let me try a meatball. These were just frozen meatballs, so they're not going to be anything amazing, but are they better than when I air fry them? Yeah, that was pretty good. I recommend this recipe for sure. I think it'll be going in the rotation, especially if my kids end up eating it, which it looks like they're at least eating the meatballs. I may try to watch a movie tonight because I haven't just like watched a movie. I watch a lot of YouTube, but I haven't sat and just like watched a movie or watched a show, and I'm kind of feeling it today. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Bye!